Thank you, Isabel, for a very nice introduction. I'm actually in Nuremberg. I'm the general manager for Oncology Germany, and we're based in Nuremberg. But I've been in the company for almost 25 years. If you do the maths, I joined from kindergarten, just in case. Yeah. And it's a great pleasure to be here. When I heard about this event and I had the opportunity to come and share with you and learn also from you, our own stories, I couldn't wait. And for me today to see so many people and with this excitement, it shows that we are in the right direction as a company. And I really applaud Sandoz for taking the lead in such a big event with this celebration and also establishing now a regular activity with Glow. By the way, I love the name. It's beautiful. So let me introduce you my family. So you can see Eva, my wife. We've been together for 22 years. We both play football in Spain. We are originally from Barcelona. She was defense and I was forward in different teams. Yeah, you get it. It was already from the beginning. Huh? And we've been together and we have created this wonderful family that I'm so proud of with our daughters, Erin and Zoe. They are twins. They are 8 years old. And they are active, cheeky, energetic, opinionated. I was sharing over lunch that my mom used to say, "You have what you deserve 2 times." And I don't know what she talks about, right? But so as proud and as open as you see me today talking about my family, it has not always been like that. I've been 25 years in the company, 24, 25 years in the company, and I came out 7 years ago, 6, 7 years ago. Yeah. So I was terrified that someone could even, one day find I was gay. I was at work. I didn't have a problem personally. I was open from very early age. My family was great supporting me. I kissed first a girl, then a boy. So I really didn't have a problem with my sexuality, but I just simply didn't want my sexuality to determine my career. And that was very strong in me. I said, I don't want, because there's nothing wrong, so I don't want this, to affect my career. And I can tell you, it was the one that was, Eva and I will go in Barcelona and I will find a colleague from work and I will be like shaking. So it really created, it was really tough. So I was in the closet. One day, looking at the girls, they were babies. They were newly born, 1 year. And looking at them, looking at Eva, I had an aha moment. All of a sudden I realized, well, what are you doing? You are hiding the most important part of your life, who you are and who you love. And that was such a revelation. The very next day, because I was also starting a new life in Switzerland, because I was taking a new job in Switzerland, I just went 180 degrees. And I started a new life talking openly without providing any explanation. My wife and I did that, the girls here and there, all of a sudden. Eva was like, are you the same person? Have you been bitten by a mosquito over summer? And it just felt that it was enough. I was not gonna hide anymore. Actually, I'm a person that I'm very honest and transparent. What you see is what you get. So the burden I was carrying myself for years, not sharing the most important part of who I am, was too high price to pay. So I started to talk openly, naturally, normally, without making any emphasis, without not even giving permission for people to judge or not judge. It was just another reality. And you know what happened? Remember, I had been like 14-something or 17 years in the closet, terrified. Nothing. Nothing. I must admit I was a little bit disappointed. All this drama, right? So that was one of the biggest learnings in my life, I thought that society was not ready for a person like me. And I thought that Novartis was not ready for a person like me. But I just learned that the one that was not ready was me. Because when I became ready, nothing mattered. And I was also sharing this with Lydia this morning. I understand life as a journey. So I take it all, the mistakes, the successes, the learnings. I will go over and over the same pain, the same joy, because that's the journey. But there is one thing I would do differently if I had the chance to start again. I will come out earlier. Because nothing, no company, no job, no friend, nobody, no family, no one deserves that you are not yourself. No one. When you come to that level of internal, it's like an alignment, no? It's like internal feeling. Then you feel very powerful, and it's easy to come out. In my case, I had a very strong reason, my family, that made me, click. But and that's where I learned that, it's so painful to be in a closet. You don't need to be gay, by the way, to be in a closet. You can be in the closet for any reason, hiding who you truly are. At work, very often we come with this corporate suit, and it's not worth it. More than 80% of our time, active time, is at work. Think about that. And if you are not yourself, you're just missing life. So that's why, after going through all this journey, the pain that I suffer, the freedom I experience, I also realize that whatever I can do that is in my hands to provide a safe space, to encourage people to be themselves, I will do it proactively. And I do it now in every moment. Here, in this great opportunity that I have to share with my team, with colleagues, with my family, that's now for me a purpose, to help other people being themselves. And that's the first principle that has guided my life, personally, but also professionally. And there are two more principles that have guided my life. So in addition to be yourself, act with purpose, and unleash people's potentials, or help other people be, at their best. So, in Act with Purpose, we are fortunate that we work in an industry that every decision that we make will affect patients, and hopefully will help patients. Every one of us, no matter where we work, are working towards that objective. Even if you think that you are remote to that, every decision that we make will benefit patients if we make the right decisions. And unleash people's potential. That's one of my favorites too. Very often we don't know how great we are because we see all the flaws internally. And very often, externally, people see you with your potential. Have you ever experienced that? So for me, to help people be at their very best, it's one of my pleasures. And I can see those potentials. I can be, in front of people, I can see, how great they can be. Very, very often we have this intense time, and we just get on our way and do, our thing, and we don't pay attention to who we have in front and how we can help them, right? I normally do things to help me balance. One of them is meditate. Yeah. These are my kids. I was teaching them how to meditate, and that's how they reacted, teasing me back. Yeah. So Erin, one of our daughters that is in the picture, shared with me a very interesting story. I have an interesting anecdote about, learning people's potential, and we can learn so much from what kids do. When we are born, we are born to learn. and to enjoy learning and to experience that as positive, not as painful. So I was talking to Erin, one of the daughters, I mean the one that was doing, I think was doing that. And I asked her one day, I ask her every day the same question, but one day she told me, I asked her, well, so what did you do at school? And then she said, it was great, Mom. I had a test. And I said, okay, so how did it go? And she said, I failed. And I thought, in my head, oh, now all the drama, that was my bias. And I said, okay, so how do you feel about it? And she goes, I'm great, Mom. I said, you're great? That's good. Tell me why. Well, because fail is first attempt in learning. And I was like, I was humbled, to be honest, by that answer. Totally inspired. I almost cried, because it was so liberating again. And I said, of course, darling. And I said, I'll do better next time. And she did. That really stuck. I mean, that's a story I share in several places, also shared recently in Yammer. I got a lot of comments because I think we all connect, with a simple story like that because it's so true. So true. We need to unlearn the fear of failure and relearn the joy of learning. It's as simple as that. So, and that's why I believe, I came here, just for 20 minutes to share a few principles and a few stories, feeling very humble in front of all of you, knowing that we all share those same struggles in life. I believe that every one of us has such a potential to change the world, even if we think that we are small or we are only one or I'm not in a job that I can have an influence. That's not true. Everyone has the potential to be a change agent and change the world for good. And that's my biggest principle in life, my biggest purpose. So I believe that when you are yourself, when you act with purpose, and when you help other people be at their best, unleashing their potential, you can become a change agent. And I'm encouraging every one of us to keep this in mind, even during the craziness of our days. And I'm very happy that our company creates this environment also to reflect about that. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.